Washington, where House Republicans postponed a vote on a compromised GOP immigration bill. Conservatives and moderates are trying to work out differences within their conference. The Trump administration is looking to the military to house unaccompanied children, and there's no clear plan yet to reunite children who have been separated from their parents. Hundreds of demonstrators took to the streets of Pittsburgh Thursday night to protest the fatal shooting of a 17-year-old boy. Angered by the killing of the 17-year-old Antoine Rose, they stopped traffic on a major interstate for more than 3 hours overnight. Police say Rose was a passenger in a car that was believed to be involved in a drive-by shooting Tuesday night. The officer involved has been identified as Michael Rosfeld and was sworn into the department about 90 minutes before the fatal shooting. Rosfeld has been placed on unpaid leave. The days of tax-free online shopping could soon be over. The Supreme Court ruled Thursday states can now require online retailers to pay sales tax. Before the explosion of internet shopping, the High Court ruled in 1992 an online retailer can only had to collect taxes if it had a physical presence in the state. The ruling is also a win for large retailers with brick-and-mortar stores nationwide like Target and Walmart, which argued the physical presence rule put them at a perpetual disadvantage. Both Montana senators took issue with the Supreme Court's decision. Senator John Tester says, quote, "Montanans don't pay sales taxes and we shouldn't be in the business of collecting sales taxes." Tester vows to pass a law to reverse what he calls this disastrous decision. Montana Republican Senator Steve Daines is also condemning the court's decision. Daines calls the decision overregulation, saying, quote, "This decision means unnecessary and complex burdens on small businesses, as well as a tax increase on consumers across the country." And by the way, Montana Attorney General Tim Fox was one of only 2 state attorneys general who wrote briefs in opposition to the online tax. And now in court news, after 3 days of testimony, Billings police officers are found justified in the fatal shooting of a suspect at Big Bear Sports Center last November. Frank Half Jr. was shot and killed after a nearly 10-hour standoff at the sporting goods store. Officers testified Thursday Half was non-compliant and acted erratically throughout the standoff, even firing a weapon at officers. Jurors also learned Half had meth in his system at the time.
This was a difficult and tragic situation. Again, I'm frustrated because methamphetamine played a role. It seems to play a role in the majority of these officer-involved shootings. My heart goes out to the officers that have to make these decisions. And also I'm cognizant of family members that lose loved ones because of this.
Half was shot a total of 7 times. 5 bullets were found inside his body. A man convicted of sex trafficking young girls across Montana and neighboring states will spend 3 decades in federal prison. Judge Susan Waters sentenced 35-year-old Terrence Edwards Thursday to 30 years in prison and a lifetime of supervision following his release. Edwards was arrested in Billings in September of 2016 after he arrived in town with 3 young girls from North Dakota. In February, a jury found him guilty of 10 different charges, including sex trafficking by force, along with transportation of underage girls and tampering with a witness. On to flood watch. The Montana Army National Guard flew in to rescue nearly 140 students and adults from a remote Montana Bible camp southwest of Augusta Thursday morning. The church camp is located along the Dearborn River, one of the hardest hit waterways in central Montana. Floodwaters washed out portions of Dearborn Canyon Road, stranding the students and staff. Governor Steve Bullock approved the use of 2 Chinook helicopters to bring everyone out. Almost a week after he disappeared into the Yellowstone River, search crews believe they have narrowed down an area where a missing man's body may be located. 20-year-old Brandon Fitch of Columbus has been missing since last Saturday morning. Witnesses say he fell into the river off the Reed Point Bridge. On Thursday, authorities began exploring options with certified divers to confirm the location and attempt a recovery. River conditions are still hazardous and safety is a concern. Back here in Billings, a pastor from Puerto Rico made his way to the Magic City to share the island's condition post-Hurricane Maria and what our community can do to help. Pastor David Guadalupe, CEO and Executive Director of Lutheran Social Services of Puerto Rico, spoke at King of Glory Lutheran Church Thursday evening. He says it may take 10 to 15 more years to recover. He says about 90% of Puerto Rico has electricity, which means about 100,000 still do not have power. One idea is to bring people from Puerto Rico to work in Billings until their homes are repaired. He's been working with St. John's Lutheran Ministries and churches in Billings. Guadalupe says the church is a place people in Puerto Rico know they can go for help.
It's very important because this is our work. We're supposed to walk with the people, and we need to walk with the people every single day, no matter what. No matter it's a disaster, a political issue, human rights issue, no matter what, we need to walk with the people. And this is very important for us as a pastors, lays, and all the personnel of the church. We need to walk with them.
Pastor Guadalupe says many Puerto Rico residents also suffer from mental health issues due to the devastation. He says in addition to supplies, equipment, and rebuilding, the Lutheran disaster response also includes counseling and training for pastors. Now looking ahead to the weekend, you can help take steps to cure cystic fibrosis. The Great Strides Walk to raise money for cystic fibrosis research is this Saturday. Patients like 9-year-old Jonathan Mitchum must go through a combination of therapies every day. Jonathan has seen Dr. Jeremiah Leisinger for the last several years. Cystic fibrosis is a progressive genetic disease that causes persistent lung infections, as well as a buildup of mucus in the pancreas and other organs. Twice a day, Jonathan takes a new medication called Orkambi.
It's called Orkambi, which I take it every day and night, which it helped me a lot.
I look up to him. I tell him he's my hero. Yeah, he's my hero. I'm very proud of Jonathan. Very proud of him. He doesn't let CF get him down.
Oh, it's pretty impressive. I mean, Jonathan and his mom have been through a lot. They work really hard. Like I said, Jonathan takes pills at least 6 times a day and does breathing treatments at least twice a day, yet he does a full school schedule. He's an A and B student, and he's an active, happy young man.
The 7th annual Great Strides Walk is this Saturday at Veterans Park. Check-in is at 9 a.m. and the walk starts at 10. From our schools, the Rimrock Elementary School in Billings has been vacant for several years, but is set to reopen this August. On Thursday night, School District 2 held an open house for the newly renovated building, now called the Rimrock Learning Center. Construction is expected to be complete by mid-July, in time for the start of school in late August. The program works with children with disabilities ages 3 to 5. For the past 15 years, the program has had several homes across the district, including the Career Center. Rimrock Elementary opened in 1953 and was closed in 2001 in a cost-saving move for the district. It was also used by Head Start for a short time. Well, thank you so much for starting